Om Namah Shivaya. Hi friends, how are you? In this video we are going to learn about golden facts to remember in the chapter bones of the upper limb. Okay, golden facts to remember in the chapter bones of the upper limb. See here, most commonly fractured bone in the body. Most commonly fractured bone in the body, it is clavicle. And most important feature of the proximal end of humerus. Most important feature of the proximal end of the humerus, it is surgical neck. Okay, the commonest site of fracture of clavicle. The commonest site of fractured clavicle, it is the junction of its lateral 1/3 and medial 2/3 of the clavicle. Next, strongest ligament of the upper limb. Strongest ligament of the upper limb, that is coracoclavicular ligament. And thickest border of the scapula. Thickest border of the scapula, it is the lateral border. Thickest border of the scapula is lateral border. And the commonest fracture of the humerus. Commonest fracture of the humerus, supracondylar or supraepicondylar fracture. Commonest fracture of humerus is supracondylar or supraepicondylar fracture. Most commonly injured nerve in the supracondylar fracture. Okay, it is median nerve fracture of humerus. Median nerve. Okay, next, most common site of fracture of radius. Most common site of fracture of radius is fracture of distal end of radius, that is 2.5 centimeters proximal to the wrist. Fracture of distal end of radius 2.5 centimeters proximal to the wrist, we call that Colles fracture. And the reverse of the Colles fracture we call Smith's fracture. Okay, next, most commonly fractured carpal bone, that is scaphoid. And most commonly dislocated carpal bone. Most commonly dislocated, not fractured, here dislocated. Most commonly dislocated carpal bone is lunate. And the largest carpal bone, it is capitate. Largest carpal bone is capitate. And first carpal bone to ossify also capitate. Largest and first carpal bone to ossify is capitate. Okay, we are talking about the carpal bones. The shortest and stoutest metacarpal. First metacarpal. Okay, shortest and stoutest metacarpal. First metacarpal. Next, all metacarpals have epiphysis at the distal end except. Okay, all metacarpals have epiphysis at the distal end. That means distal end is nothing but head. Okay, at head except first metacarpal, which has epiphysis at the proximal end. If this is the metacarpal, this is the distal region, this is the proximal region. In all metacarpals, epiphysis is present at the distal ends, that means at this region. At this region we call, this is the head, this is the neck. Head and neck. And the epiphysis present at the distal end, but in first metacarpal, if we feel this is the first metacarpal which has epiphysis at the proximal end at base. Okay, this is the base and this is the head. Okay, like this guys, I am telling. Okay, I am telling like this. Here, if this is the first metacarpal, epiphysis present at the base, that means here at proximal end, this is the proximal end. And for other metacarpals, and epiphysis present at the distal end or head. Okay, that means at this region, okay, not that, not like here is present and here phalanges are present. Okay, I am not telling about that, we are talking about the metacarpals. Okay guys, this is about the golden factors to remember in the chapter bones of the upper limb. Okay, if you like this video, like, share and subscribe. Thank you.